Hello guys, this is Israel1989 from Modern Vocalists. I'm also known as Zay, so you can call me Zay if you would like. But I made this video in response to a breath support slash coordination post. So anyways, I'm going to give a brief summary of how to do this, what to do, the correct posture, and some stretches or exercises you can do to help to free up your body to breathe correctly. So pretty much normally, as you all know, when we breathe in, most people tend to breathe high in the top portion of the lungs. It tends to look like this. And usually that's how you breathe when you're either trying to sing or you just finished working out and you're out of breath. That's how you tend to breathe. So on the opposite end of that spectrum, people tend to believe that you should breathe really, really, really low, which is correct to an extent. But many times people mistake this low breath for a forced, expanded abdominal breath with a collapsed rib cage and a collapsed sternum. So usually people try to over-exaggerate this motion by leaning forward like this and then really feeling their stomach go in and out like this. So what you really want to do is you want to keep your posture as upright as possible. Your posture should be tall and buoyant. Your chest should be lifted very high, and you should not be collapsed like this. If you collapse like this, your lungs will not be able to expand properly. They will be able to expand in your lower back area. So as you can see, if I collapse a little bit and I don't allow my stomach to expand like I'm supposed to, I'm going to get some expansion back here. So it will look like this. But this is only one portion of the breath. And this is only one portion of the breath. It should not be just, or it should be a 360 breath. A 360 around the whole torso with the rib cage lifted. So I like to do stretches for this. I like to lift my rib cage up like this, stretch this way, and breathe in. I probably do that for around 10 repetitions. You know, do it on this side, 10 repetitions. And I'll repeat that for like 2 or 3 sets. And then I will do a rib cage stretch. I'm trying to really get my rib cage stretched out to the sides and then get it lifted up to the top. And as soon as I feel that lifted sensation, I want to maintain that lift as I go down. So now, since my rib cage is lifted, the movement within this area is going to be a lot more, it's not going to be as pronounced as it would be if I was like this. But it's still going to be a lot of movement. So I put my hand on my stomach and I breathe in with a relaxed midsection, a relaxed core. I'm relaxing the abs, the obliques, and the lower back. Then I can get the motion to go here, without dropping my rib cage. Not like that. Rib cage up. The motion is right around here. And I can also get it to go here. My hands on my obliques. And I can also get it to go here. But of course, this area will most likely feel the most expansion just because it is softer. The tissue is more relaxed and loose. But with some people, this tissue might be softer, more relaxed, and more aligned. So this leads me to another conclusion or another topic, which is pelvic tilt, because your pelvic tilt will directly affect your posture and the way you breathe. So if someone has a anterior pelvic tilt, which is a pelvic tilt like this, then when they breathe in, they're going to feel it mostly in their stomach area, because their pelvis actually goes from this way and it tilts forward that way some, which actually causes the extreme curve in the lower back, and it causes the stomach to protrude. So if it's like this, then they're going to feel it a lot more in the front. So it's going to be like this. Which is a lot more noticeable because they have an anterior pelvic tilt. But if they have a posterior pelvic tilt, which is a pelvic tilt like this, but the pelvis actually tilts from this way to this way, which means that the belly button is lifted. So it goes from that to a posterior tilt, which is that. This is posterior right here. That will make this part feel more acceptable, which is the lower back. So it will be but if you have a neutral alignment within the pelvis, it's not anterior, but it's not posterior. You have neutral alignment, you get the 360 breath on both sides. And within the obliques. So, to sum it all up, you have to look at posture and more than just the sternum/rib cage. You have to look at it from the sternum to the hips. So obviously, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. So my hips should not be back behind my shoulders, and they should not be in front of my shoulders. They should be perfectly aligned. And this will allow me to take in that 360 breath, man. 360 breath. So I think that might be all of it. And okay, by the way, what you want to do after you take in this breath is just maintain that expansion. Just maintain it. That's all it is. You don't have to push. You don't have to tighten. Just maintain whatever the expansion was. This right here, this expansion. Once you get it, maintain it. The rib cage is up. Everything's expanded, and now I'm talking with this expansion right now, and that's truly supporting the voice. When you don't let this expansion collapse, you want to maintain that expansion for as long as possible. Do it again. Maintain that expansion for as long as possible. So I have unlimited support once I maintain that expansion. Anyways, I think I took up enough of y'all's time, and like I said, posture, stretches, and just relax. Relax this portion of the body. Let the air flow in. And when you go to sing, just maintain that expansion. That's all it is.